In this video we shall discuss a test result report sample. If you prefer a more classical approach with slides, please see the previous video. Here we once again see our file converter project, that special educational project. And here is the title page for the test result report. And on the left we see sections starting with the summary. This section contains the most important facts, results, outcomes of the reporting period. It asks what have we done, what have we achieved, what problems do we have. So, in ideal situation, the stakeholders of the project may only read the summary, understand that, for instance, everything's good, so they may close the document and go do some other work. If something is not good, the summary usually has some links here, something to click and go to other appropriate section. The next section is test team. It usually contains a list of people involved in test activities during the reporting period. Here are names, roles and responsibilities. And the information in this section is usually automatically created using the data provided by the project management system. The next section contains testing process description. Unlike in the summary, here we do not provide some final results and conclusions. Here we provide the process, what and how we were doing during the reporting period. This is useful for retrospectives, for best practices sharing, for understanding of what's going on, and so on. Timetable is another automatic section. It is usually created using the information provided by the project management system or some time tracking tool. Here is just who and when was doing what for how long, with the decomposition up to 2 hours, 1 hour or maybe half an hour in rare conditions. The next section contains new defects statistics. So it's a kind of table with numbers, and even if your bug tracking system does not provide such an opportunity, it's absolutely easy to write some SQL query and to get that statistics. Sometimes such statistics are supplemented with some charts and so on for best visualization. And in addition to the previous section, the test result report usually contains new defects list. If it was a real project, these IDs would be links, but here is educational project, so these are not real defects, just an example. But in real projects we see the same list and we may click any ID to go to the URL and see the defect report in details. The next section also contains some statistics, but these are overall statistics for the whole project from the beginning, not just for the reporting period like in new defect statistics, but for the whole project lifetime. So numbers here are somehow greater, and once again it's useful to combine these numbers with some charts, or with some diagrams and so on. It would be easier to understand. The next section is recommendations. It's a rather tricky one. Here we usually write some information on some significant decisions, like changes in the project team, in the schedule, in some plans, in the technology scope, and so on. But here we see that for this educational project no significant changes are needed at the current moment, so that literally means that this section is empty for now. And the last section here, attachments. It usually contains some screenshots, some logs, files, or anything that is useful for understanding of the whole test result report. And this section is referenced from other sections. Of course, the test result report may be a Word document or PDF document with the same information you've seen in the browser just a couple of seconds ago. So it doesn't matter what form is it represented in. It matters what information is in there, because the form may be easily changed, but when the information is good, the report is useful. If the information is bad, it doesn't matter how good the form is, the report stays useless. We may also use some project management system for the reporting, like Jira here. So we see different list of requirements, issues, we see some plots, diagrams, charts, and so on. We may add a lot of miscellaneous widgets here. Anything we want to know about our project, anything we want to see. We just click Add Gadget, and in a couple of seconds we see that gadget on our dashboard. It's good, it's easy. So once again, it doesn't matter what tool do you have, what tool do you use. If you understand the reporting principles, if you are able to combine the resulting data, it's good. So you may use any tool and provide the stakeholders and the team with the information.